What if Mercedes brought back the pickup everyone thought was gone forever? And this time, what if AMG got involved? Imagine the three-pointed star sitting on the front of a completely redesigned performance pickup, wide, aggressive, luxury-focused, and built to make every other pickup look twice. This is the 2027 Mercedes-AMG X-Class, a future-inspired vision of what could happen if Mercedes decided to revive one of its most controversial vehicles. Welcome back to Motor Show Plus, and stay with me, because the story behind the X-Class is almost as interesting as the truck itself. The original Mercedes-Benz X-Class arrived in 2017 as Mercedes' premium midsize pickup. Mercedes wanted to combine pickup capability with the comfort and styling of a premium vehicle. The company offered the X-Class in markets including Europe, Latin America, South Africa, and Australia. But the story didn't last. After only a few years, the X-Class was discontinued in 2020 because sales were too weak. And just like that, the Mercedes pickup disappeared. But what if Mercedes changed its mind? What if the X-Class returned for 2027? And this time, it wasn't trying to be an ordinary pickup. Imagine the front, a massive AMG-inspired grille, the Mercedes star sitting proudly in the center, slim digital LED headlights stretching toward the fenders, and underneath, a wide performance bumper with enormous air intakes. The old X-Class looked premium. This one would look intimidating. The hood could be longer and more sculpted. A subtle power bulge could hint at what's underneath. And the front fenders could become noticeably wider. Because an AMG pickup shouldn't look narrow, it should look like it owns the road. Now move to the side. This is where the transformation becomes obvious. Imagine huge AMG wheels, performance tires, flared wheel arches, black exterior trim, flush-style door handles, and a raised but carefully controlled stance. The pickup bed would remain practical, but the surrounding design could make it feel more like an AMG performance vehicle than a traditional work truck. And then, you see the rear, a wide LED light signature, a muscular tailgate, AMG badging, and perhaps quad exhaust outlets integrated into the lower bumper. It would be a strange combination, a pickup with the attitude of a sports car. Now open the door. The cabin could be completely different from the original X-Class. Imagine premium Napa-style leather, Alcantara-inspired surfaces, carbon fiber-style trim, metal AMG pedals, and red or contrasting stitching throughout the cabin. In front of the driver, a fully digital instrument display. Beside it, a large central infotainment screen, and perhaps an AMG-specific interface showing performance information. Turbo boost, temperature, G-force, power distribution, drive modes, everything would be visible. But the most interesting part would be the seats. Instead of ordinary pickup seats, imagine aggressive AMG-style performance seats, supportive enough for fast driving, but comfortable enough for long-distance journeys. Because this wouldn't be a truck designed only for work, it would be a truck designed for lifestyle. Now let's talk about power. This is where the AMG X-Class idea becomes really exciting. Mercedes has not confirmed a 2027 AMG X-Class powertrain, so we're entering concept territory. But imagine a high-output AMG-inspired hybrid system, a powerful combustion engine, combined with electric assistance, instant electric torque, massive mid-range acceleration, and enough power to make this pickup genuinely entertaining. The exact horsepower? That's impossible to confirm today. But imagine something comfortably above 500 horsepower, maybe even approaching the territory of modern high-performance pickups. Now picture the launch. You press the accelerator, the electric motor responds instantly, the engine comes alive, all-wheel drive sends power to the road, and this enormous pickup launches forward. That's the moment you'd realize this isn't a normal Mercedes truck, it's an AMG. But performance is only half the story. Because Mercedes would still need to make it comfortable, imagine adaptive air suspension or advanced electronically controlled dampers. The system could change its behavior depending on the driving mode. Comfort mode, smooth and relaxed, sport mode, sharper steering, firmer suspension, more aggressive throttle response, and an AMG mode. Everything becomes focused on performance. But there's another question. Could it actually go off-road? A future X-Class would need serious ground clearance, advanced four-wheel drive, multiple terrain modes, hill descent assistance, and strong underbody protection. Because if Mercedes revived the X-Class, it couldn't simply be a luxury pickup with an expensive badge. It would need genuine capability, and that's where the old X-Class heritage becomes important. The original concept was built around the idea of combining premium comfort with real pickup characteristics. Mercedes even emphasized a ladder frame, high-torque powertrain, and permanent all-wheel drive when introducing the concept. A future AMG version could take that philosophy and turn the performance dial much higher. Now imagine the bed, a powered tonneau cover, LED lighting, multiple tie-down points, a premium bed liner, and perhaps integrated power outlets. You could carry motorcycles, camping equipment, sports gear, or simply use it for a weekend adventure. And when you leave the dirt behind, the cabin could still feel like a luxury Mercedes. That's the advantage of a premium performance pickup. It can do two completely different jobs. Now let's talk about technology. A future 2027 concept could feature advanced driver assistance, adaptive cruise control, lane centering assistance, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, 360-degree cameras, trailer assistance, and intelligent parking technology. And imagine the cameras working with the off-road systems. You can see obstacles around the truck, check the terrain, monitor the trailer, and even use camera views to position the wheels precisely. That could make a large performance pickup much easier to use. But here's the biggest question. Would Mercedes actually build it? Right now, there is no official confirmation of a production 2027 Mercedes-AMG X-Class. Mercedes' current official future vehicle lineup highlights several 2027 models, including the GLS, GLE, Maybach GLS 680, AMG GLC 53 and other vehicles, but not a new X-Class. And that's exactly why this idea is so fascinating, because the X-Class already has history. It existed, it failed commercially, it disappeared, and now, the idea of bringing it back creates an incredible what-if story. Imagine Mercedes learning from the first X-Class. Instead of trying to compete as a traditional mid-size pickup, the new truck could target a completely different audience: performance enthusiasts, luxury buyers, adventure customers, and people who simply want something nobody else has. And then there's the AMG badge. That could completely change the perception of the X-Class. The original X-Class was criticized partly because of its relationship to the Nissan Navara platform and its positioning. A future AMG version would need to feel unmistakably Mercedes, unmistakably AMG, and unmistakably special. Imagine pulling up next to a Ford Raptor, a Ram performance truck, or another high-performance pickup. The AMG X-Class would have one major advantage: it wouldn't look like anything else. Now imagine the interior at night. The ambient lighting turns on. The digital displays glow. The AMG logo appears. The engine starts. And the exhaust note fills the cabin. You select Sport. The suspension tightens. The steering becomes heavier. And suddenly, your pickup feels like a sports car. But then you switch back to comfort. The suspension relaxes. The cabin becomes quiet. And you can drive home like you're in a luxury SUV. That dual personality could be the entire reason for an AMG X-Class. A truck when you need it, a luxury vehicle when you want it, and a performance machine when you press the right button. Of course, there's one final problem: price. If Mercedes ever built something like this, it wouldn't be cheap. AMG engineering, luxury materials, advanced electronics, hybrid technology, performance hardware, all of that would push the price into premium territory. And that's where Mercedes would have to make a decision. Would customers pay a premium for a Mercedes performance pickup? The original X-Class proved that this market is difficult, but the automotive world has changed since 2020. High-performance pickups have become much more popular. Luxury trucks have become lifestyle vehicles. And electric and hybrid technology is opening new possibilities, so perhaps the timing could eventually be different, and that's the biggest what if of this entire story. Could the X-Class get a second chance? Imagine the same badge, but a completely different philosophy. The first X-Class tried to create a premium pickup. A future AMG X-Class could try to create something much more ambitious, a luxury performance truck, and that could be a very different story. So here's the question for you. If Mercedes brought back the X-Class as an AMG, would you buy it? Would you choose it over a Ford Raptor? Or would you take a Ram performance truck instead? And perhaps the most important question, should the future AMG X-Class use a powerful V8, a hybrid powertrain, or go fully electric? Tell us your choice in the comments. And if you enjoy Mercedes-AMG, futuristic cars, luxury SUVs, performance pickups, classic automotive revivals, and wild future concepts, subscribe to Motor Show Plus, because sometimes the most interesting cars are the ones that disappeared, and sometimes the biggest surprise is when a legend gets a second chance. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next automotive story.